Hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here and welcome to another squad building challenge here on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. My god, they've been releasing a whole bunch of them lately, haven't they? So, a little bit like last week, we have a new marquee matchups to complete today. The reward for doing so is 5,000 coins overall, plus we'll get a pack or some coins or even both for completing the 4 challenges. Now, of course, this is denoting that there's some big games coming up, and these are the 4 big games that they've chosen. Paris or PSG versus Marseille, Genoa versus Sampdoria, Feyenoord versus Ajax, and then Celta Vigo Deportivo. That's pretty easy. As always, they're relatively simple challenges to take part in, and we can get some cool prizes from it. So for the Paris versus OM one, we're going to get 1,000 coins and a premium gold players pack, which of course is a very decent one. That's a decent reward right there. So let's go on in and show you how I did it. So the requirements for it were 2 PSG players and 2 Marseille players, but everyone in the team needs to be Ligue 1. One thing I noticed is that you didn't have a rating or anything like that. It didn't need to be, you know, like all players gold or anything like that. You just needed 2 rare players. One of mine is a very slow silver, who I have no use for in my club, and the other one was one of my PSG players that is Maxwell, who I didn't really have that many PSG players in the club, so I've decided to go with him and Rabiot, or Rabiot, however you say his name, as my 2 PSG players. And then I go, is this Hubasan, however you say that name, is one of my Marseille players, and the other one is Bafatimbi Gomis, because they were my lower rated non-rare players from Marseille, as opposed to some of my rare, more expensive ones. Now, this is really simple, and you just need to get a Ligue 1 squad together. If you've got, like, literally just search on the market for players in these positions that will fit the bill. They can be bronze, they can be silver, they can be gold. Just search for whatever is the cheapest and you guys will be fine. Other than that, this one is simple. As you can see, mine's only a 74 rated team. We got 3 non-rare bronzes, 2 non-rare silvers, and then I've sort of filled the team up with some golds and other players like that, and it works out just fine indeed. So we'll submit this one, get 1,000 coins and a premium gold players pack. That's a nice reward for that one, and I would say that, yeah, I think with the value of the pack, we've done easily quite well there. Genoa versus Sampdoria, so a Serie A clash. In this one, what you needed was 3 players from both of those clubs, and then exactly gold players in the team, and a minimum of 90 chem. But of course, if it's just one league, then, you know, it's simple enough to get 100 chemistry. These aren't the players that you need to use, but these are the players that I used. Again, there isn't a limit on the overall rating of the squad, so that's a good thing. That means you can use your lowest rated rubbish players that you just don't have any use for at all, apart from squad building challenges, of course. I believe the Genoa players I used, 2 centre backs, is that the Genoa badge, and then one of my strikers who was very slow and very useless. I don't want him in my team. And then I've gone Cam and 2 centre mids, as they were the only Genoa players that were non-rare in my club, that I thought, you know what, I'm going to get rid of you. And a couple of rare players that I did have in my club for those 2 respective clubs, I've decided to sell on and make quite a lot of profit on, which is obviously a good thing for me. So we're going to get a jumbo premium gold pack for that, which is a 15k pack, right? So these players, in my opinion, I don't think are worth 15k. I think I will have easily made the money back on that pack. And because we get a pack with an opportunity of getting something sick. So we'll submit that one, and that is how I've completed the second one. Next up, we've got Feyenoord versus Ajax. A Eredivisie clash right there. Now this one was slightly more difficult because I've used a lot of Eredivisie players in my squad building challenges recently. So I was lacking on actual numbers. And the thing that sort of got me a little bit was the fact that we needed a minimum of 6 nationalities in this. So that made it a little bit more difficult, because obviously there's a lot of just Dutch players in the Dutch league. Of course there is. And there are a lack of players from other nations that I could find. Luckily, I still managed to do it with all players from my club, but we've in fact used a few more Feyenoord and a few more Ajax players than we actually needed to, because you only need to use 2 of each from each club. And what else do you need? It needed to be an exact gold team, and of course minimum 95 chem, but again, not a team rating, so you can use your lowest rated ones that fit the bill right for you. The players that we've used from Ajax would be CDM here. We've gone also for a cam. So we have only used 2 players from Ajax. But from Feyenoord, we've used a cam here. We've used a left back. We've also used a right back and a CDM, so there's 4 players out of the 2 that we needed there. And I just filled the team up with the rest of the players that I needed. Players from different nationalities. I went with a centre back here. The CDM from Ajax fit the bill for 2 things, obviously. This CM from Feyenoord, again, he was doing a bit of a double thing for the old requirements. And then we managed to have a French striker in my club. And then I've got this guy who's severely off chemistry, but of course I'm boosted up to that 100 chem because of loyalty. So I'm sure if you just look up on the market, there are definitely cams and centre mids and stuff from different nations, as I'm not sure 100% that this will work for you if you are buying the players rather than using them with loyalty from your club. But he was in my club and it just works. So why, you know, there's no point in me going out on the market and picking up someone in the correct position when this one will do the job just fine. So 1,000 coins, and what do we get for this one? A regular gold players pack. So that one's not quite so good. And we'll submit that one to get that one done. I reckon that one probably wasn't quite worth it. But of course, we need to complete all of them in order to get that 5,000 coins, which does make things worth it. And the final one is Celta Vigo versus Deportivo, whereby we needed 3 players from those respective clubs, of course. But the difference with this one from the other ones is that every single player in the starting 11 needed to be Spanish, and the team overall needed to be at least 78 rated. So I've not just used 75 rated non-rares in this one. As you can see, like, players here are 77, 78. We've even got sort of 79s in there, even an 80 rated striker. That's the sort of thing you're going to need in order to get that rating up to 78 overall. As you can see, once again, like the last one, I've actually got a player from... what is that? Is that Deportivo, isn't it? Yeah. Who's a right mid, but because of loyalty, and he was in my club to begin with, he gets... well, the chemistry stays at 100 and doesn't dip below that, even though he's only on 3 chemistry. But there are most definitely enough players from Spain for all of these clubs, because I had quite a few left over that I managed to stick up on the market and make a few coins for. But this one's quite cool. You get a draft token pack for it, which is a great thing. That's 15,000 coins worth, right? So that's a decent thing to have. And of course, I'm imagining by the time you're watching this that Spanish players, especially gold ones like this, are... kind of expensive at this point in time, but you got to judge whether or not you think it's worth it. And then of course, just literally go on the market and pick up the higher rated but lower price ones that you can possibly get. Don't go out there and just buy the lowest price Spaniards from La Liga to fit the bill, because you might find that you're picking up a bunch of 75 rateds and you might not get that overall rating of 78 overall. So just be careful there. That's one little thing a little tip I would give you for that one. But that's how we've completed it, and we'll get ourselves a draft token pack for this one. So let's go ahead and complete it, shall we? Submit the squad. And now we've completed the latest marquee matchups. So we get our draft token pack, and there we go. There's the completed sign, a little bit of a V in there because of the verses for the marquee matchups. Completed once again. We've done it. Come on. And we get 5,000 coins as a reward, plus a couple of packs in the store. So let's go. I've still got the old Payet one to do, by the way. I still don't think it's worth it. It's costing people at least 300-400k to do that. I just don't know if I want to put them sort of coins in for a Payet. I don't know. Let me know what you would prefer in the comment section. Should I do it? Should I not? We'll get the draft token pack out of the way first, because although... wait. Oh my god, I thought we had a walkout there because there were... but of course there's no players in there. Derp. I just completely derped there. But there we go. We get our draft token, so we will of course stick that in the club. Stick everything else that can go in the club, and then just discard the rest. So what else have we got here? We've got a gold players pack, a 15k pack, and then that's the good one. So we'll get the gold players pack out of the way first. Hopefully we can get like a crazy looking Halloween card. That would be quite nice. Not in the first pack, however. We get ourselves an 83 rated that is Tulalon, and he might even sell because of the squad building challenge. I'm not sure. He might not, because he's not particularly relevant. But as always, every player has a value at the moment, so I'm sticking them all on the transfer list if they are a duplicate, and it's nice to know that I would already have them in my club should another squad building challenge come around. So Jumbo Premium Gold Pack time. Do we go for that one or the Premium Gold Players? Let's go Jumbo Premium Gold. I haven't had anything good in a pack for ages, so, well, this is an 84 or higher. What do we got? Oh, we got a bit of Gaitan going on. That's an 85 rated pull. I don't think it's particularly expensive, but damn, we just got an 85. That's pretty sick. And what else do we get in the pack? We get Aspas, who is one of the players from, what, Celta Vigo? So he's a heightened price at the moment, but he might just go back in my club, or I might sell him, I'm not sure. And then a Paisley Premier League winger. All good things to get right there. Do we get anything in the duplicates or anything cool? Come on, come on, come on. We get DeMarcos, and we get another Premier League player in Routledge right there. All good things. Like, I'll stick everything in the club that can go in, and I'll discard the rest. And then we'll be left with our player pack. This is the chance for me to get a nice Halloween card, because I don't really fancy spending much more money at the moment. So let's go for it, shall we? Premium gold players, 10 gold, 3 rares. So, please, come on. Give me something sick. I want a Halloween player. Oh, we're not going to get one. That's not a big flare. Oh, dear. Okie dokie then. That's a terrible pack, isn't it? Overall, I think it's probably been worth it. And even if it hasn't, it's been a lot of fun to do. I really like completing these challenges. And for me, with someone who's got quite a stacked club, it's actually fun to see if I can do it without buying anyone. But of course, that's going to get harder and harder over time as the club starts emptying out. I need to open some more proper packs at some point, as I just said. Not really up for doing that at the moment. But yeah, we've got some players there that will probably sell on. So I'll list all of those up over the next 24 hours or so, see what we can do. And that is the latest squad building challenge completed, guys. If you've enjoyed, smash a like. Are there any other packs in the store right now? There are. Okay, might open them at some point soon. If you would like to see them, smash a like on the video and perhaps I'll go ahead and do it. But yeah, if you've enjoyed, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more of this kind of stuff. I do loads of squad building challenges, all sorts of other types of videos on Ultimate Team as well. We've got a bit of Fatal, the random pick, all of that stuff coming up very soon. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.